permiso, buenas tardes.
assign different roles to each of his or her employees. But that does not entirely mean that the boss is a leader. That's what I could say about like the definition of boss. A leader is someone who motivates, encourages, leads their group through different strategies. That's what I would say is a leader, Andres.
Thank you so much for your interesting contribution, Edward. Yeah, you already explained it, and thank you, Mr. Eduardo and Miss Juanita. Yeah. So, any other idea about this before I continue? Okay. Yeah. So, what you really mentioned about what is a boss, and what the leader does, is exactly what happened in real life. We can see in different financial brands, in commercial and marketing enterprises or businesses or entrepreneurships. Yes, Mr. Aleman, leader is a person who is like to follow to someone. Yeah, exactly. And boss is a person who gives orders to be done. Yeah, exactly. So you agree with us, no? That's the idea that we were talking about, no? I was saying that normally in some companies they require a specific professionals who develops skills. No, not necessarily I'm talking about technical skills. I'm talking about communicative skills, no? Or leadership skills, no? And why is it important? Let's imagine Coca-Cola, or let's imagine Samsung, or the big companies around the world. If they don't have, okay, leaders in each department or positions that they work in, okay, let's imagine that. What would it happen? Maybe the results are not good, or maybe it could be totally bad, no? So that's why it's important in an institution, no matter what institution is, if it is schools, high schools, in education, it requires very effective leaders, no? They have emotional control, they have communication skills, they can support to their people who work around. Okay, leaders are not the one to say, hey, you're not doing this, you have to do this, or hey, come to my office, you're late. Okay, or no, you're not doing a good job. Okay, come to the office because we are going to discount your salary. Maybe this is a boss, no? This is the typical boss that works in many companies, and that we have experienced that, no? We experienced with that people, no? Okay, Mr. Juanita, very good, Mr. Juanita. A good leader is someone who is capable of motivating and inspiring people. Yes, I completely agree. And I will be honest with you, my friends, my colleagues. Particularly me, I already learned more from leaders than bosses. Okay, I learned more from leader than bosses. And maybe you will ask, or maybe you will wonder, why? Yeah, because you can. Yes, very good, Mario. Yeah, this is you're setting up rules. The leader lead with examples, the actions. You take an action. Okay, not necessarily use the words, the rhetorical. No. Okay, or maybe you need to communicate with your colleagues, but you don't. But you never feel other people bad in order to express your authority, because that's not authority, that's authoritarianism, which is different from leadership. No, in some cases the leader has to respond and has to show their authority. No, sometimes, okay, it's necessary to do it, but not all the time, because the leader with their actions. Yes, Mr. Mauricio, okay, thank you so much for sending your readings. Exactly, no, that's the idea. So regarding to the topic again, that's why it's important, the leadership, okay, in this moment. No, all the topics are related, all the areas are related to leadership. Okay, education, finance, everything is important. Okay, related to leadership. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, Ms. Tatiana, to be in this session. Okay, I'm going to continue. All right, we already discussed about what is the difference between bosses, what is a leader, what is a boss. Okay, for example, in this moment, I'm going to talk about an experience that we have, okay, with certain leaders, okay, and also with some versus bosses. No, in this case, we are, for example, drive employee. You know what is drive employee? To control everything. No, yeah, that you can want to see everything around. No, hey, don't do this. Hey, do that. Okay, don't come late. Don't do that. You're doing a bad job. Okay, go to the office. Okay, this is a boss. Okay, the boss transmits that he is the authority. Okay, that you have to do things, but maybe you don't learn too much from him. Otherwise, when people practice the leadership, you are coaching other people. And you know, in some of the in the last presentations, when I talk about coaching, I explain that coaching is when you make people reflect, make people inspire, support people with actions to follow with the examples. You're coaching people, no? Okay, Mr. Carlin, I'm reading. You're mentioning a realistic example that happened, unfortunately, in our society. Yeah, some people that they express a strong authoritarianism, and that's not convenient, no, because you're not inspired. You are making that people refuse you. No, they don't accept you. Okay, he's my boss. He works in my company, but I don't follow him. I don't like him. Okay, so you see the difference. You depend on authority when you have a coach. When you have a boss, and the leader transmit an energy, goodwill. Okay, goodwill is an energy. You're transmitting energy, positivism. You're transmitting empathy. Okay, because you put on the feet of all of your colleagues or your team. Okay, you practice the active listening. The active listening is not only to listen to other people. The active listening is to listen with practicing the empathy, and try to support other people. Okay, so that's the active listen, and also communicate with the other person. The boss inspires fear. Of course, inspires fear. For example, when the boss is in front of the door like this, 7 o'clock. Andres Rodriguez, you are 7-1, 7-2. You're lost. You were fired of my company. Okay? So no, that way of expressing is not properly, no? So please, in this moment, we need to continue. I'm going to um please, Miss Miriam, like a house, you can unmute, okay? When you hear some noises, okay? Don't forget it, please. Okay, we keep talking about we generate enthusiasm when we are leader. No, we are supporting because we are coaching our colleagues, our team. Okay, my leader is with me. He's helping me. He's part of my team. He's a human. Okay, because when we have a boss, we can see our boss in that way, in the highest position. Oh, yeah. But the leader, no, the leader comes and join to my team. He's like me. He's shaking my hands. He's asking me how I am, how I, how my day was. So he's transmitting real communication, affection. So that's very important when you transmit that, no? Not necessary, don't confuse. A leader is not your friend. Not necessarily is your friend, but he shows friendly. He shows friendly with other people, and that's important because the people feels in the same symphony with the leader. Okay, they feel that the leader want to help them in order to achieve their goals, and that's important. Okay, we place blame for the breakdown. Okay, that's terrible for a boss to blame people when they confront you in front of others, no? When they tell you, Juanito, Carlos, come to my office. Okay? Otherwise, the leader calls you. Okay, Andres, please, I need to talk to you privately. Come to my office. When you're free, I will wait for you. So those are some differences that the approach in the boss approach and the leader approach, no? Knows how it's done, it is the boss, and develops people. Okay, continuous professional and personal development people. This is the leader. This is the leader. Okay, the leader is concerned of their personal continuous professional development or personal development, what they really need, okay, in their jobs or in their companies when they work. The boss says, please, Andres, Carlos, Julian, Jaco, Mario, I need you to do this, please. Go to the bank and pay this and give me a favor, please. I can't. Or do this, please. Or do this for me because I can't. And at the end, your boss is careless about that because he says, okay, he is my employee. I can send him orders and he has to obey. Otherwise, the leaders don't use people. He does credit. He invites people and join. Okay, we have a team. We are going to have a perspective. We have an objective. Okay, we are going to have a meeting. I invite you to have a lunch. Okay, in this weekend, we are going to organize a picnic. Okay, we are going to have a barbecue with friends. Okay, in a social environment. So this is emotional salary. Emotional salary. You know, this is another topic that it will be important that it will be spoken about it. Yes. As Miriam says, please, we are so eager to hear your comments, to read your comments, or read your experience, or everybody wants to talk about it. Okay? Okay. Miriam, please don't forget to unmute the microphone of when you hear noise, please. Okay, now we move on to another part. We have the characteristic of an effective leader. Okay, so what is an effective leader? For you, what is an effective leader? The one who only inspires others? The one who only influences other people? Or the ones who, I don't know, maybe he is altruistic, generates empathy, or have good ideas, or is makes quickly decisions. So what is for you an effective leader according to your experience? What is your opinion about an effective leader? What do you think? Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Daryl. I send you my greetings to Philippines. Thank you. A representative. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, okay. An effective leader, okay, is a representative, no? Is the voice of the other people that they can speak out, no? Yes, I think so. I agree with you in that part, no? But the capacity to handle, to exactly to solve problems, to handle and some problems. Very good, Eduardo. Yes, this is one of the characteristics. Solver problem. Yes. No troublemaker. Not that people that complain all the time. Oh, the situation of the country is bad. The corruption, dishonesty, the bravery. Okay, but what can I do to solve my country? What is my contribution? As a leader, what can I do? Okay, I am the person that I stay with my arms crossed, or I do something to solve the problems of my country, as Eduardo says, no? Okay, so effective communication. We mentioned that before, no? Effective communication are the group of skills that the leader develops in order to have, to make their team to get engaged, no? That they have the same symphony, that they know what to do, okay? They not necessarily the leader have to speak long hours or to give a speech. No, the leader is direct, no? And this is the purpose, we have to do this, and we are going to do in this way. And he generates confidence. He or she generates confidence, trustworthy, okay? Positivism, okay? So you can have a bunch of problems. You can have a big deal of problems in your company, in your educative, in your institution, in your school. But a good leader always reflects a positive situation that we can challenge. We can face the challenge. We can feed the problems. And also is humble. He shows humility. A good leader is humble because he knows that he is human as the rest, and he can make mistakes. He or she can make mistakes, and he needs to be surrounded with a group of people in order to listen to them other ideas. Okay, and he needs to be he needs to accept positive and constructive criticism when things do not go right, in order to solve situations. So not because I'm a leader and always right, not because I'm a leader I have the last word, not because I'm the leader I have the best ideas. Okay, sometimes in my group of people there are others that are also capable in order to solve other problems. Maybe we have the same vision, or maybe other people see the same but with another vision. Yeah, and that's important. And that's important because in your team, you need to have people that all the time don't say, yes, 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 you're correct. Yes, you're right. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, my dear sir. Yes, my leader. No, no. I don't like when people all the time tell me yes, 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 yes. No, because they're making feel like I am a boss, and I am not a boss. I'm trustworthy. I like to generate confidence. No, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Tell me, please, if what is your opinion about something. I don't blame you. I don't. Uh, I don't leave behind our friendship if you think differently to me. No, because we are can we be respectful with people, so we generate confidence. No, so Mario says that he knows the situation and don't find one solution. Yes, but do his or her best get more solutions, creating things, fence and allow others to give their input. Yes, about the topic as well. Analyze and sort out the best options and execute. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mario. I think that's a very important contribution, and you're totally right. No? So, as I said, no. So Mario is explaining about the sort out of the options that are generating, and then you execute it. No, this is the direction. No, when the leader after he or she knows the ideas and what are the best options, now he goes ahead, no, to do to achieve their goals. Okay. We have more characteristic of an effective leader. For example, we have conflict resolver. No, it's similar to solving problems. No, conflict resolver. All right. So let's imagine in a company or a place when you need someone who stops the crucial problems that are affecting the circumstances. You're probably define a leader who is capable to stop those problems, not anyone who is conflicting, not anyone who likes to argue with others. No, it must be a wise person, a leader, an effective leader. So one of the characteristics of an effective leader is that he's a team builder. He tries to join everybody. Okay, he invites to join everybody. Okay, no matter what different ideas you have. If for me the moon is blue and other people say that it's green, other people say that it's red, other people say that it's black, no matter what politician ideas you have or ideologies, religious ideologies, we can build together with one specific purpose. And that's the leader. That's a leader. The leader has a clear vision. Okay, what is going to happen? Not right now, what is happening now? In 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years. The president of a republic, okay, the president of a company, the headmaster of a language center, or any kind of leader, or the dean of a university. All right? Thank you so much, Miss Tanya. Welcome. And the leader approaches personable. What does it mean? Personable is the capacity to personalize and to support people one-to-one. Okay? Because as leaders, sometimes we have a big picture in our mind and we have many ideas, no? We can do it. But it's important that we can see in every individual, okay, a different word, and every individual word. One person is different from another person, even though we have the same vision, but we have different desires, we have different thoughts, we have different feelings, okay, we have different characteristics, different personality traits, etc. So it's necessary that the leader individualize, okay, tries to talk differently to understand that people, even though if we are a team builder, it's necessary that we can approach individualizing people. because it's important. Every person doesn't feel the same that the rest of the people. So we need to know how to motivate sensitive person. In our team, we have people who are proactive. Other people are more critical thinkers. Others are conflict resolvers. So every individual has different characteristics. So it's important that the leader detects the strengths and the characteristic of each individual. Okay, now in this moment, in this part of the session, we are going to talk about what is disruption. Okay, I'm completely sure, my dear partners, my dear audience, that you heard these words many times. Disruption. For example, disruptive behavior, no, in adolescence, in children, no, disruptive. What is disruptive? Do you have an idea what is disruptive? I would like to read you in the chat. What is disruptive? Or you know some synonyms. What is disruptive? No. Okay. When I remember once when I was reading about disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior is when suddenly a person who has a sense of humor and he was happy and then he was sad, or maybe he easily changes humor. No, the person is moody. All right, moody. All right. So this is disruptive behavior. So exactly, yes. Okay, Catherine, give an example in discipline. No, in discipline, disruptive. No, yeah, because of the person or the student, the individual changes immediately. No, maybe he's quiet in class and suddenly the person changes. No, the student changes their behavior. Now, what is disruptive leadership? According to Paulo Bornos, it is defined as changing the way people think or the way in which things are done. Okay? In other words, in simple words, we refer to our action as leaders. For example, which cause an abrupt breakdown. The term is used to give meaning to something that has experienced a major or decisive change. Let me ask you something. Does the pandemic time make disruptive changes in the companies or businesses or in education in terms of changes? What do you think? Maybe some people will say yes, because in education, people we were accustomed to that our students go to high school, go to university, go to school, but now suddenly online education appears. No, totally everybody. No, drastically, yes, as Mario says. No, it's a drastic change. No, no middle, no highs and lows. No a medium point. No, so completely drastically, it's a completely change. So a disruption is related to disruptive leadership. The disruptive leadership is when the leader have to change very quick decisions, changes, abrupt changes. And the pandemic time is an example of this, okay? We are more clear examples about disruptions. For example, if we're in terms of company, cell phones company around the world, mobiles, Samsung Galaxy mobiles, they have an abrupt changes in the technology, no? Yeah, I'm talking about applications, velocity, capacity, transmission, etc. No, so they have abrupt changes, no? Online education around the world, no? Well, you will say no, but before the pandemic, in some European countries or in the United States or in other countries, people were studying online or blended learning. Yes, I know, but it was not a drastically change because we partially were keep studying most of the time presential classes, no, remotely. But now it's different because we have asynchronous classes. The teacher has to connect and the students has to connect with the same link, and they have classes, online sessions. Another example is the bitcoins, or in Spanish we call it criptomonedas, no, cryptomonedas. The bitcoins, for example, in the 2009, in 2 decades ago, they appeared, no, they appeared, the bitcoins, but the bitcoins were accepted in some countries, yeah, legally, or I don't know. And then through the pandemic, or before, or some years before the pandemic, they drastically change and they will appear abruptly, like a breakdown, no? So nowadays we hear many people in the social medias that they invite us to join, and they offer you, okay, I want to invite you to join us to a special meeting. We are going to talk to you about how to be millionaire in 1 month or 2 months. No, so they're talking about bitcoins. Bitcoins, is a disruptive change. No, nowadays in this moment, homeschooling is another example. No, as I mentioned you before the pandemic, in the United States or in other countries, homeschool was an option, but now it's not an option. It's a reality. Many people, many students follow this way of studying. No, so they are examples of disruptions or changes, dramatically changes, no, that happen. And a leader has to make disruptive decisions too as well. In terms of digital disruptions, remember that as teachers, we know that the digital world is related to the education, online education. So, for example, here we have Uber, the taxi company around the world. This is an example of digital disruption. Okay, maybe 4 years ago or 5 years ago, in some countries, Uber settled down in some countries, and they started operating with the taxi drivers. All right, so they represent like a competition to the taxi drivers, no, in a town or local place, no, in a city. Yeah, exactly. Very good, Miss Jacqueline. So you're mentioning something very important, that they are comfortable, maybe they are safe, or maybe they are more they are cheaper, maybe. Okay, so sometimes in terms of negotiations, you can deal with a local driver because you have the taximeter, and they tell you what you need to pay, and you can't negotiate. But the Uber offers you that safety, because you can call, you can make a phone call, please come to my house. I live in Alborada, in Guayaquil, or I live in this place. Please pick me up, and I need to go there. Yes. Another example, we have the phone companies, Alibaba Group. Okay, these examples are for applications, companies, etc. Facebook. I remember Facebook 2 decades, I'm not completely sure, 2 or 3 decades ago. Facebook appeared as a social media after High Five, no? After High Five thing. So Facebook was created, and there was an abrupt change. Everybody wants, okay, run away in order to create their profile, no? I have a Facebook account. Okay, yes. In addition to this, Netflix was another movie house, and they allow you to have a diverse of movies that you want to, even the ones that they don't appear in the movies, no? Yeah, that you can see them. You can see it in Netflix. Now you can hire the Netflix service, okay, and you have the possibility to to watch the movies that you like, no? The same thing happened with Apple company, with Google company, that we know that they are monsters, no? They are the world's largest software companies around the world. So, but you know what? It's not only the merchandising, the marketing, or the brand. It's about disruptive leadership. Is the rapidly change, the quickly changes, the capacity of the leaders to make quickly changes. Okay, if we are in a pandemic time, okay, all places everywhere is closed. Okay, because everybody is closed at home. Okay, so we are going to work digitally, and that's the moment that they keep selling. Okay, and they have money. So this is an example of digital disruption that happened in our days lately. Okay, we mentioned before what is the disruptive leadership, no? So is a capacity of someone, okay, of make quick decisions, or who is always looking for better solutions, no? And ways to establish new processes and wants to make an impact on the business as a whole. Okay, and one example of this is the Stephen Jobs. Stephen Jobs changes, or he was a revolutionary of the ideas, no, in the smartphones, in the cell phones. Okay, Apple, no, the Apple company, no. This is a good example of it, and without worrying about shaking out things or tearing the paths to obtain the necessary results, no. So we have many examples of leaders that contributed in disruptive ideas, no, and changes, no. So disruptive leadership is, for example, when you are walking around a path, okay, and then suddenly you observe that you need to change the direction. You need to go left or right, and you say, no, I need to take that direction. I go right. So I change my mind and I direct my ideas in order to go to the side that I want. If I need to change everything, I do it. So many people say, but that's a kind of unrealistic. It can be dangerous because you can lose money, or it's dangerous because you can fail. Possibly yes. It's a risk. It's a risk-taking decision. But remember that the disruptive leadership is not an emotional decision that you make just because you want. It's a rational decision you make because you are completely sure that there's no other way to go, and you need to do it. Another example, a simple example, is when you are climbing a mountain and you need to go faster, so you need to throw, I don't know, like a ladder, and you need to jump in order to get to the top, to go to the top. If you don't jump, you fail. Okay, you fail. So you need to be disruptive. You need to jump because you need to survive. So that is disruptive. Is yes or no. So that's another example of disruptive leadership. Okay, we mentioned the story of success of this man. So right now we have what is important to have a disruptive leader in an institution, in a school, in a high school, in education, or in general, no? Okay, first of all is the ability to react against changes, no? Is your ability to react against changes. If you are not a disruptive leader, maybe you will feel fear, or maybe you will not feel confident of your decisions you make. Or maybe your group of people, they will say, stop, I can do this, we're not going to help you, because that's risk. But if you had the ability to react and combine your group, that the idea that you're taking, even though it's risky, the result that they are going to appear later, they will be good, they're worthy. You are applying disruptive leadership. So you need to apply the ability to react, no? Also, it's important that the organizations need fast thinkers and proactive leaders, no? Fast thinkers doesn't mean that a person have to think fast, the first idea that comes to their mind. No. Fast thinkers mean that even though you have many ideas and you need to pick them up or collect them, what is the best, you don't need too much time in order to detect what is the best idea. Because problems don't wait. Problems go ahead. And you need to be a fast thinker and proactive. That's the idea. In addition, you need to adopt new ideas and leave behind the traditional ones. Probably someone will say, no, you can't leave behind the traditional ideas, because if you stop doing this, you won't succeed. You don't have to do something that we never do before. We have to do it, the things that made us succeed. Probably I will agree with you if those ideas continue supporting us, but it's necessary to adopt and make some changes in order to contribute to our community or society or to our audience, because the market needs or the audience needs changes through the time. It's not the same. So you don't have to use the traditional ideas all the time. Sometimes it's necessary to reinvent, no? To reinvent yourself, to reinvent as a company, to adopt new ideas. Okay? You can do it step by step, slowly, but it's necessary that you can make baby steps, follow baby steps. Well, so disruptive leadership, in order to have a clear idea about it, summarizing or paraphrasing the last part of the disruptive leadership, disruptive leadership is essential, is necessary in this moment, in this life, no? Remember the qualities of an effective leader, no? Trustworthy, confidence, full of positivism, active listener, inspire other people. Yeah. In addition, a disruptive leader is one that influences other people, but in a specific moments when you need to change. You know, for example, the pandemic time. The pandemic time wasn't a breakdown. Everybody have to stay home, so we need to do everything. Online work or remote work, no? Yeah, or online education. So disruptive changes, no? Dramatically changes, no? So that's the idea of disruptive leader, and I hope I can contribute it with this presentation. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I will respond you properly.
Hi, everybody. All questions are welcome to the chat. Or you can turn on your camera, and right now, Andres will be able to answer.
I can see, Miriam, a comment. Mario
Okay, Mario. Okay, Mario says, monitoring and the proper training for the certain tasks are also vital for any company, business, and or organization to succeed. Yes. Yes, so true, Mario. Comments. Mario, and we have also seen comments from various people. Mario also wrote, know the situation and find not just one solution, but do his or her best to get more solutions. Creating think tanks, of course, and allow others to give their input about the topic as well. Analyze and sort out the best options and execute them. This was said by Mario. Something else. Oh, Alemán Carlin. As for all the people need motivation, and it's so important the person who is inspired, who inspires security and motivation, is only a great leader who can support all difficulties and help people in a good way. Okay. Those are comments that have come throughout. Alemán also says nowadays, area coordinators are like a terrible boss because they believe they have all the authority over others. Hence, a boss does not motivate teachers who are part of the area. Jacko Higashi says, boss is the one who has a job position, leader is the one who has the skill to lead, and might not have the position of boss. You don't need to have a job position in a company to lead. And I think the ones before you did mention them. Guys? Other comments are welcome.
Mary, I think that in the lower part we have Eduardo Borjera is asking.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Edward. The leader is very important to handle, or anyone can handle. Oh my God. The leader is very important to handle that, or, yeah, beginning of, from Mario's question, statement. Monitoring and the proper training for the certain tasks are also vital for any company, business, and organization to succeed. Edward Grajera says, the leader is very important. Is it important for the leader to handle that? Or can anybody handle that? What do you say, Andres?
Well, we can't deny the importance of the leader because he's the one who influences others, no? But we can also deny the importance of the team, no? The staff of the leaders, because they are the ones that support the leader, no? Let me give you an example. In sports, no? For example, in a soccer team, the coach is the leader, no? Is influential with the ideas, with the tactics, or when they play. But in the soccer field, the soccer players are the one who contributed in order to achieve at the end of the game. You know? So both are important. 50% is the leader, and the supporters have the 50%. Sometimes the leader have good ideas in order to support, but if the supporters maybe don't have the same ambition of the leader, or they didn't receive the message, or the leader didn't the supporters didn't accept the leader what they transmitted, obviously the results are not good. So it's 50% and 50%.
And Mario says there's no I in teamwork. Yes. Tania Cajamarca says, congratulations, Andres. As always, an excellent presentation. I think that learning how to learn a good leader is fundamental for the success of any project. Thanks for the invitation. Okay.
No matter what, for me it's a pleasure that you are here in order to learn more about this. No, I am the person who is here in this case. I am sharing with you a topic. No, in other locations we have other special guests that they also share their topics or their knowledge, and we can also experience. You know, we can also transmit our experience. So for me, it's also important to read for you because I also learn from your experience. No?
Okay, Jacqueline Otero says, congratulations, Andres. Thanks a lot. Okay, do we have any more questions? No questions, Andres?
Yes, dear partners, in this moment, if you would like to ask a question, I will candidly respond it. Okay. I will say, Miriam, thank you so much for this the presentation that you made me feel like you were the host. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Juanita. Thank you so much for your words. Jacqueline too, no? Thank you, Miriam. Thank you all of you to come and join and to participate it. And the most important is to experience and learn from these topics, every Sunday, So let me tell you, let me invite you for the next week. We are going to have a Saturday morning, no Sunday morning. I will let you know. I will send you an invitation in order to let you know to join us next Saturday, because we have another speaker to contribute us. Thank you so much. I would like, before we finish, dear teachers, please, I would like that some of you can activate your camera. Let me take a picture of you, okay, before we finish this presentation. It's a pleasure for me to see you, Mr. Eduardo. Okay, so, oh, come on. I would like to see you, Miss Jacqueline. Okay, Miss Tania, Professor Mauricio from Santo Domingo. Nice to meet you, Mr. Daryl from Philippines. Nice to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Tania,
Okay.
Lucas, Theo, Juana, Carlos, Aleman, Karen, your cameras. And how about you, Tatiana? That would be nice.
Okay, don't worry. It's okay. I'm going to send a picture, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, my dear partners, thank you so much for being here in this presentation. You're kindly invite you for the next Saturday webinar, no? Don't miss it. We keep in touch. Have a nice Sunday, everybody. Bye-bye.